Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks how to become rich in Adopt Me, how to get better pets, and definitely how to get a better inventory. Now this could be hard for some of you because of if you're new, if you're a very old player but you don't really play that much, if you are really busy all the time and you don't have enough time. All of these tips and tricks will be in my description if you don't want to watch the whole video, and also if you want to watch the video it will be in the video. Now, tip number one is pretty easy. You just need any pet. For example, I'm just going to pull out a dog. So obviously, say that you're brand new and you don't have any good pets. Upgrade your dog all the way to, I don't know the name of it, but friend. So then when it gets to that, then you're obviously going to have a lot of money. And you're going to grind and grind and grind until you get around, I would say, $1,000 or higher if you have a higher goal to get to. Now after that, you don't need any Robux. There's no point of spending your Robux. As you can tell, it's on a sale right now, but I wouldn't waste your special Robux on that. Now we'll get into what to spend your Robux on in the next part, but let's continue with grinding. Now grinding can be pretty hard for some of you when you're very busy or if you're not busy at all. And obviously, as me, I need glasses because of grinding a lot, because I found out today that I'm a little bit short-sighted, so I need glasses now. But I'm not going to blame the game because it's not always that. It's because I'm very not social, so I'm very inside all the time. But I wouldn't say you need to... Okay, ignore me. I don't need to get my personal life. But I would say when you're got a lot of money, I would spend it on cracked eggs. Now obviously if you don't want to spend it on cracked eggs, don't spend it on whatever you like, but cracked eggs is for people who don't have VIP. Obviously I did have VIP on my other account, but that recently got hacked. I'll show you proof. And if you do have VIP, I would recommend getting retired eggs, because you can get quite a lot and you can get a unicorn or a legendary dragon from them. Obviously, I don't really hatch them that much, but I got a really good trade for 16 ones and I didn't get anything good. So I would recommend cracked eggs because you get some really cute pets from them. Or you can get the, for example, right now we have the, I don't know what they're called, but I think they're endangered. Are they endangered? Oh yeah, the endangered eggs. I would recommend getting whatever is in the gumball machine, because one, they're pretty expensive and they can go out soon. Two, because you can get some very good trades for them once they're out of the game. Let's move on to the next. What should I spend my Robux on when I get some? Now obviously, if you don't have any Robux, or if you don't buy Robux, or if you're not allowed, or if you don't have any pocket money to spend it on, then obviously please don't beg your parents for Robux. It's kind of worthless if you don't really know what to get. If you do, then make sure, if you want to, just get some Robux. Obviously, I don't want to sound like I'm botting you about, but I would just recommend saving that money. But if you do get around a lot of Robux, then I would recommend spending it on, do not spend it on the treats, or the treats, if you want to call it like that, because you're not really going to get any legendaries unless you really, really are lucky. So I would recommend getting, for me, on my side, I would recommend either getting the trade stand, because I recently just got I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just going to call it Pearl, and that's a legendary, and a ride dragon for my two stands I had, and I was just shocked because those are two legendaries, aren't the best, but still pretty good. And obviously if there's pets for example, the Royal Palace Spaniel, that is a pretty good pet that most preppy collectors do like. The Cuddly Candle is very going down in value, so I would not get that. The Winged Horse is also going down in value, but still very valuable. The main thing is to spend it on Fly, but I wouldn't recommend Fly because it's basically just for show. So I would recommend just buying Ride Potions, because most people just use Ride Potions. Obviously, it's your decision. Also, I would recommend getting VIP, but what you want to do is you want to get VIP and then cancel the subscription, because then you can get it for 1 whole month. And then if you get more Robux the next month, then you can continue the subscription. Because I got, from being subscribed, I got this cute little pet. And obviously I was very happy about that. So I would recommend just getting some good stuff that you can actually get good trades for. Now let's get into the next part where I show you how to get better legendaries. How to get better legendaries is pretty easy. So what you want to do is you want to get some really adorable preppy pets, or like, for example, this uncommon black tiger, and you want to get loads of them, like 16. I'll put, if I'm right or if I'm wrong, I think it's 16. And you want to make it a mega, and well, to make it a mega, obviously I would recommend aging your really high up, like very easy to age up pets. And I'll just show you what I'm making right now. I'm making a mega mouse right now because I think it's kind of cute, and then I'm going to be making a mega ant because I am a mega maker. So as you can see here, I have put some of my mice in here. Obviously there's one ant because I couldn't be bothered. But obviously there is 3 mice and 1 ant. So obviously I just put it in there so they can age up. So anyways, that's really easy to do, and you're going to trade it for good legendaries. Now obviously you're going to start from really bad legendaries, for example like the winged horse, and then you're going to age it up all the way to, for example, a Mochi Meow, or like a Bunny Swell, which is an ultra rare, but it's pretty high in value right now. As I said, it's pretty just easy to get this and not that hard. Now also, the next bit is also pretty hard, so if you don't really want the complicated stuff of it, then please just skip the next bit. My next bit is just going to be explaining some scams that I don't want you to get, and it's kind of complicated because some scams are very complicated to like explain. I've got scammed loads of times before, and I've got hacked and everything. So obviously, as you can see, my whole thing is Korean. I know how everyone's probably going to say in the comments, oh yeah, she's probably one of those Korean server scammers. I'm not. It's just because I know a lot of Korean, so I decide to express myself by putting it in my bio. For people who don't understand English, for people who do, then they'll probably understand my bio anyways. So anyways, I'm just going to be explaining 4 simple scams that could happen to you, and I don't want it to happen to you. Now obviously I'm not going to be showing you it because I don't have any alt accounts that aren't hacked. I got all of my alt accounts hacked, which is pretty sad, but I'm going to be getting you into, this isn't how I got hacked, but I'm just going to be telling you anyways. So the first way I got hacked was I used Elf Bread, and this person obviously, we'll get into that later, sorry about that. Basically the Korean scam is basically where apparently a Korean person who plays in Korean servers, because apparently you get really good overpays in Korean servers, but I don't really think that's true. So that's why I got loads of trades when I apparently had a Korean profile, which I don't overpay. I make it equal because I don't want to either be overpaying because I don't have quite good stuff, but I don't want to be underpaying because I feel bad for the person. So what I do is I just have my Korean profile, and people think I'm going to overpay when I'm not really going to overpay. So what they would do, they would trade a person and say, hey, you know about that overpaying in Korean servers? For example, that's what they would probably say. And if you answer yes or no, they would either say, oh, cool, or they would actually tell you what this actually is. And they would say, there is a link in my bio saying how to join me in my main account on my Korean server. Now obviously already this sounds weird, so you click on the link. If you click on the link, it will show up with a Roblox website, a fake one, and if you click on join, it tells you to sign in. And now if you hit sign in, that person gets all of your details from that. Now I got a different way of getting scammed, but the same exact way. So I was on Elfbread doing a trade for a neon, and it was for an egg, And then this girl said, oh, hey, go on my main. So I clicked on her bio, went on her thing. It already looked sketchy to me, but it was pretty realistic. So what I tried to do to make sure that it wasn't fake was I clicked on all the things and it didn't work. So already I was a bit sketchy about this. So before that, I put in my other account and it said it was fake. So then I put in my main thinking this is weird. Obviously, guys, I sound really dumb here, but I'm sorry. It's just because I was just willing to try it out. I didn't have much good stuff anyways, but so what I did was I signed in and turns out it was fake. I got hacked the next day. I'll show him up here. My mum has done everything to help me. I didn't get my pets back, sadly, but I did get some really good pets on my new account that I have recently made. Here's my new user. So make sure you friend me if you want to be in a video, and you can definitely get a shout out. Today's shout outs are on the screen here. Obviously, I don't know if they want shout outs because they're my friends, but I'm going to give them shout outs anyways. And let's get into the next part, how to get rich. The next part is about really anything. So what I'm going to be telling you is if you spend your Robux on treats and you get duplicates, make a neon. These are just small tips, by the way. If you have enough money, do not spend it on gifts because they're worthless. You're never actually going to get, well, you could, but you're never actually going to get the car. So I would just say buy the worst cars, like a human bubble, for example, which I think is really cute because it's giving Glinda. And also, if you get money, don't spend it on a house. Trade for houses. As you can tell, I have quite a good house because I traded for it and also added some stuff to it. It's really cute. So credits to whoever gave me this. I'm really glad to that. And yeah, so anyways, guys, come back for my next videos. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye, everyone.